Hello, English learners, and welcome to your daily English listening practice. My name is Iman, and today we are not just going to practice English, we are going to make English a part of your life. Yes, not just a language in books, but a language that lives with you. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, do you speak in English to yourself? If not, let's start right now. Say this with me slowly. I am awake now. I am sitting on my bed. I am ready to learn English. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need difficult words. You just need to speak, to try, and to stay with English. If you're brushing your teeth, say, I am brushing my teeth. If you're eating, say, I am eating breakfast. This is tasty. If you're walking, say, I am walking to the shop. I can see cars and people around me. This is how English becomes your habit. You don't have to wait for school. You don't have to wait for a class. English is always with you, if you invite it in. Let's begin with some daily life conversations. Listen carefully and try to repeat after me. All right, let's talk about a normal morning routine. So every morning, I usually wake up around 7 o'clock. First thing I do is stretch a little. Then I drink a glass of water and take a moment to thank God for giving me another day. After that, I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, just to freshen up. Once I'm done, I get dressed and head to the kitchen to make some breakfast. Usually I go for something simple, like eggs, toast and a cup of tea. While I'm eating, I like to sit near the window and look outside. I take a deep breath and just relax for a moment. Then I start thinking about what I need to do for the day. Now, let's listen to a few short stories together. Stories are a great way to help your brain understand rhythm, grammar, and emotion. So just sit back, listen, and imagine the scene in your mind. Last week, I was walking through the market when I noticed something shiny on the ground. I stopped, looked a little closer, and realized it was a mobile phone. Not just any phone, it looked really expensive. I picked it up and saw that the screen was still on. Right then, a message popped up. It said, "Please, if you find this phone, call this number." So I did. A young girl answered the phone, and I could tell she was really worried. She thanked me again and again, and within just 10 minutes, she came running to me. I remember she had tears in her eyes when I handed the phone back to her. I smiled and said, "Always take care of your things." She said, "Thank you for being honest." And you know what? That day I felt proud of myself. I had done the right thing. One afternoon, I was sitting under a big tree in the park. I was feeling tired, a little low, not in a good mood. Then suddenly I noticed a small ant on the ground. It was carrying a piece of food, and the food was much bigger than the ant itself. I kept watching. The ant kept falling, again and again, but each time it fell, it stood up and tried again. It didn't stop. It didn't quit. I watched that little ant for almost 10 minutes, and in the end, it finally reached its home. That moment made me stop and think. If a tiny little ant can try again and again without giving up, then why can't I? That small moment gave me big energy. It gave me the strength to face my own problems. After I finish my breakfast, I grab my bag and leave the house. If the weather is nice, I really enjoy the walk to the bus stop. It's quiet, calm, and sometimes I just listen to music, or even better, I listen to a podcast in English. Why? Because it helps me relax, and at the same time, it improves my vocabulary. It's like learning without stress. Once I reach the office, I smile and greet my colleagues. Then I check my emails and start my day. The workday begins. And from there, I stay busy with meetings, tasks, and deadlines. I live with my family in a peaceful neighborhood. It's quiet, it's clean, and it feels safe. My parents, they're kind, loving people, always there to support me. And I also have two siblings, one brother and one sister. In the evenings, we usually sit together and talk about our day. We laugh, we share stories, and sometimes we watch a movie together. It's one of my favourite parts of the day. Spending time with my family gives me strength. It gives me peace and comfort. Let's talk now about how you can speak English in your daily life. You don't need perfect vocabulary. You don't have to speak like a native speaker. What you really need is to use simple sentences again and again. Just try to describe everything around you. That's it. Simple things. For example, I am sitting on a chair. The fan is running. I am wearing a blue shirt. My phone is on the table. If you're in the kitchen, you can say, I am cooking rice. I need salt and spices. The food smells delicious. If you're outside or travelling, say, I am going to the market. I see many people walking. The bus is crowded today. And when you're resting, just say, I am lying on the bed. I am feeling tired. I will sleep in 10 minutes. That's it. If you keep doing this every single day, your brain will slowly, naturally, and automatically start thinking in English. And that's when real fluency begins. You have done a great job today. Listening and staying focused for this long isn't easy, but it shows how serious you are about improving your English, and that matters. Before we finish, let me give you a little advice. Practice English every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Speak out loud. Don't just think silently in your head. Talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, because mistakes help you grow. And most importantly, stay motivated. Your hard work will pay off. And I want you to remember this. Fluent English is not a gift. It's the result of daily effort. Every time you listen, every sentence you speak, that's a small victory. So don't stop now. Keep going. You're improving little by little every single day. Now, I have a small request. In the comments, write one simple sentence in English about what you're doing right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just something like, I am watching this video, or I am drinking tea and learning English. That small action will help you practice, and it might encourage someone else too. I read your comments, and I love seeing your progress. So be brave. Write something, no matter how simple it is. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Goodbye. Happy English learning family.